Let's begin with a quiet fact, one that changes everything. They have spent more money than you will ever see, to make sure you never think this thought, to keep your eyes on your paycheck, your bills, your next promotion. Because the moment you look up, the moment you see the board, and not just your single piece, their entire structure trembles. I spent years not listening to what the wealthy say, but decoding what they do. In SEC filings, trust law, the footnotes of tax returns. What I found wasn't a conspiracy, it was a blueprint, a different rulebook for a completely different game. For the next 9 minutes, you are stepping outside the game you were born into. You are learning the first half of their rulebook. Secret number 1, you are chasing a shadow. They are building the mountain. We are taught, from day one, that effort equals reward, that the prize is the paycheck. This is the foundational lie. The billionaire does not work for money, they work for deeds of ownership. You are a gardener paid by the hour to water a single tree. Your focus is the wage. Their focus is on owning the orchard, the soil, and the rain. In 1 year, the median worker added $54,000 to their life. In that same year, the assets already owned by Elon Musk appreciated by $95 billion. Did he work 1.7 million times harder? No. He was adding zeros to a column you've been taught doesn't exist, the asset column. Your labor is linear, an hour for $1. Asset growth is geometric. It compounds while you sleep, eat, and yes, while you work your job. The first seismic shift is this: stop asking, what's the salary? Start asking, what piece of this can I own? Secret number 2, your debt is a cage. Their debt is a skeleton key. We are conditioned to see debt as shame, a failure. Credit cards, auto loans, student debt, this is consumptive debt. It buys things that die. The ultra-wealthy see leverage, using the bank's money to acquire more assets. Here is the elegant, legal cheat code: buy, borrow, die. Step 1, buy an appreciating asset, stock, a building, land. Step 2, borrow. They do not sell. Selling triggers tax. Instead, they go to a private bank. See this $100 million asset? Lend me $10 million against it at 2%. They now have cash. No taxable event. Step 3, die. The masterstroke. Their heirs inherit that asset at its current market value. The $99 million in gain, wiped clean. The stepped-up basis. The dynasty continues, tax-free. They are not smarter. They are using a tool you fear as a weapon you've never seen. Secret number 3, you fight the tax man. They hired him as their architect. That knot of anger every April? You're aiming at the wrong target. You pay taxes on income, money flowing to you. They master having no taxable income, while amassing wealth. The 25 richest Americans saw wealth grow by $401 billion over 5 years. Their total federal income tax bill? $13.6 billion. A true tax rate of 3.4%. You likely pay 15 to 25%. How? First, the system taxes realized income, not unrealized wealth. If your stock soars but you never sell, you report $0 income. You live on those cheap loans. Second, the toolbox, depreciation, paper losses on appreciating buildings, carried interest, performance fees taxed at 20%, not 37%, opportunity zones. This isn't evasion, it's the legal use of a system written by capital owners, for capital owners. This is the first half of the truth. You are not failing. You are playing a game where the scoreboard, your income, is not where the real points, wealth, are kept. You've been running a sprint on a track that loops in circles, while they are building a ladder to another plane. This is the rigged game, but seeing the rigging is the first step to freedom. We pulled back the curtain. We saw the game for what it is. Now, we shift from spectator to player. This is not about becoming them. It is about ceasing to be a pawn. It's about applying the principles of ownership, leverage, and generational thinking to the resources you already have. Let's complete the rulebook. Secret number 4, the narrative is a battleground. Arm yourself. Who shapes your reality, your ambition, your sense of what's possible? Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post. Bloomberg owns Bloomberg Media. They fund think tanks, spend $4 billion a year on lobbying, endow universities. The story you are fed is curated. The financial media tells you to set and forget in an index fund. This is good advice for them. Your steady, passive money pumps up the value of their companies, giving them cheap capital. Meanwhile, they play a different game: private equity, venture capital, pre-IPO investments, markets with higher returns, less visibility, less regulation. Your first strategic move is awareness. Audit your information diet. Who benefits from the story you're being told? Start following the makers, not just the managers. Read biographies of builders, not just headlines about stock prices. Control your narrative, or someone else will. Secret number 5: plant trees you will never sit under. You think in pay periods, they think in bloodlines. You save for a child's college, they establish a dynasty trust designed to last 1,000 years. In places like South Dakota, shielding wealth from estate taxes forever. You have a 401k. They have a family office, a private firm managing an average of $1.2 billion for a single family. Their children are taught deal structure by 25, embedded into networks of influence. Let's do the math: $10 million, at 8% for 200 years. The result? $485 trillion. An amount that dwarfs the current global economy, never touched by an estate tax. This is the ultimate mindset shift: generational thinking. It's not about leaving a fortune, it's about building a foundation so strong that it elevates every generation that comes after you. The synthesis: your action plan. Knowing the rules is useless without application. Here is your starting point, distilled from their 5 secrets. 1. Your first asset this week. Identify one thing you can own that has the potential to generate value separate from your time. It could be a skill, a product. Package your knowledge into a digital course, a template, a guide. Capital cash flow. A high-yield savings account is a start. Aim for a small rental property, a piece of dividend stock, a peer-to-peer loan. Your job, your equity, the ultimate shift. Can you negotiate for profit sharing, stock options, or ownership points in projects? 2. Your first strategic debt. Differentiate between stupid debt, high interest, buys depreciating stuff, and strategic debt, low interest, buys appreciating assets. Your goal: use one to eliminate the other. Then use strategic debt to acquire more of number one. 3. Your tax migration. Don't just file taxes, engineer them. This year, max out every tax-advantaged account, 401k, IRA, HSA. Learn the words long-term capital gains and hold investments for over a year. If you have a side business, learn about deductions and legal structures, LLC, S-Corp. A $300 consultation with a tax strategist, not just a preparer, could save you thousands. 4. Your information diet. Unfollow fear-based financial media. Subscribe to 2 newsletters about asset creation, like the Profile or Capital Notes. Read 1 book this quarter on wealth structures, not just wealth mindset. 5. Your legacy. Document. This is powerful. Open a document. Title it, Your Last Name, Family Strategy. Write down, the financial principles you want to teach your children or nieces/nephews. 1 asset you are building specifically to pass on. A letter to your future self, 20 years from now, describing the financial foundation you've built. The game was rigged, yes. But you now hold the rulebook in your hands. This is not about anger. Anger is a fuel that burns quickly. This is about agency, a cool, steady fire you build yourself. You don't need $1 billion to start. You need a first asset. You need a library card. You need 1 conversation about building, not just spending. The most dangerous thing to their empire is not a crowd with pitchforks. It is 1 individual, in a quiet room, deciding to learn the rules, and then patiently, relentlessly, applying them. That individual is you. The board is in front of you. The pieces are yours. Make your move.